if you believe it, who's responsible for what you believe? You are. You are. I'm saying you are. What were you saying?
It makes you think that when I was in college and Dad and I were studying with Jason, there were things that in the Bible, and I don't remember specifically, but he was like, I went to a private Christian school, we were in every service, how have I never seen this, right? I mean, he's, again, a college student, so, but when you go, that's why we have to, right? Because you could be following something that's completely wrong, and if you're not studying it, that's on you.
I'm afraid one of the scariest phrases ever said by anybody is, well, this is what I've been taught all my life. You know? This is what I've been taught all my life. Does being taught it all your life make it right? What makes something right? If it's in the Bible. Right? If it's in the Bible. Just because somebody's told you something all your life doesn't mean they're right. You have to make sure. Because anybody that teaches opens himself up to judgment for his teaching. But each one of us individually is responsible for what we believe and what we do. So you have to double check. You have to make sure. That's a big part of each one of us within the body, is to make sure that we are keeping the body pure and holy and right. So we have one body, and it's our job to make sure we keep it what it ought to be. And a big part of that is making sure that we're doing our best to use our talents and abilities. Right? So I'm going to use this opportunity as a shameless plug, because we start the new quarter today. And there are, last time I checked, there's still open slots for Wednesday night on the teacher sign-up sheet. And we need to get those filled, you know. We need to get those filled. So we need to be using those talents and abilities, because this is something that the body needs right now. I don't know if people realize how important a good Bible school program really is. You know, I mean, it's just, we have placed in our society so much importance in educating our children that it's against the law not to educate your children. Right? You have to educate your children. Even if you homeschool, there are checks and balances in place to make sure that you're meeting benchmarks. And if you're not, you can get in pretty serious trouble. You can go to jail for not properly educating your children. Right? We've placed that level of importance in our society on it. You know? And so then, if we're going to work that hard to teach them how to read and write, and how to understand and read and know history and science, shouldn't we work that much harder to teach them the Bible? To let them know not just what it takes to get by in this world, but what it takes to successfully complete this life so that you can go rejoicing into heaven.
And if we aren't teaching it, someone else is going to. They're going to get this from school, they're going to get this from here and there. And
yeah, and I tell you where they're learning it more than anywhere now, even above their teachers. Yeah, TikTok is educating our kids right now if we're not. TikTok. There are probably some other social media outlets out there that I'm not familiar with, right? But if we're not doing a good job teaching our children, the world is stepping into that spot. And what they're teaching them, folks, not what you want them to learn. Not even close. So, if you haven't looked at the sign-up sheet for teachers, I know that at least as of Wednesday, there were a couple of spots up there that need filled. And it would be wonderful if you would put your name on and teach some of those classes. Materials are in the classrooms. I know that was slow coming this time. Everyone's still adjusting to the loss of the keys. And so I do apologize that that material was so slow coming, but Lord willing, next quarter we're going to order it at least a month out. So we won't be waiting so long next time. But I'll take that one. I waited too late to order. Okay, wonderful class. Thank you so much. Look forward to continuing this next week, Lord willing.